So welcome to this Embodiment Café of today. And today we talk about movement practice routine, what it is, why it is so important, and and special ingredients which will make it work and be efficient so that you can really get results from doing or from having a movement practice routine. Thank you to whom is online and supporting me. So let's start into it. So today we talk about movement practice routine. Movement, it's made of 3 different words, and we will look at each of 3 of them. So let's start with movement. Movement, what it is. So we all have a glimpse of what movement means and what it is a movement. We move continuously. I'm also half Italian and I'm moving a lot when I'm talking. I'm moving my hands and my whole body. But what is a movement that is really useful for a practice routine? Yeah. So a movement that is really efficient, that is really working for to use into a movement practice routine. It's a movement that is arising by itself, that is not controlled, and that is, let's say, born and can evolve and has an end, but that we don't control it. Yeah. Usually, to have movement or to do movement practices, we can use guided practices, and especially at the beginning, and when we are getting a little bit more used to it, we can also create our own movement routine, our own movement practice. At the beginning, it's also useful to have someone which is guiding us. We can choose audios, videos, or also some written things. And then when we are getting more used to it, we can also create our own ones, depending on what is really important in that moment to look at it. So the first thing is the movement has to arise from the body. And for example, there are many examples or possibility to do this. For example, listen to your body and feel a part of your body which is a little bit painful or uncomfortable, and change the shape of your body or move that part of the body, for example. If you try not to control it, then the movement will be natural and exactly what the body needs in that moment. The movement also, we try to look at it to be aware of how we move. That is so really important, because otherwise it's like moving in our daily life. Like I brush my teeth, I get washed, I get dressed, and then I go out and I walk. I'm also moving, but it's not that I'm always so really aware and focused and in contact with all the sensations of my body when I'm doing all those things. I could also do it, but I'm not always doing it. Yeah. Also because it can be a little bit overwhelming, or because sometimes it's not needed. Sometimes we just have to go and do the things that we need to do. So while we are using the movement in a daily or not daily practice routine, we want to bring awareness to what we are doing. And this awareness means that we let it born, let it come out, we let it evolve, we let it end. We look at it without controlling it and without judging it. It's like if we are in the passenger seat of the car and someone else is driving the car, and we are looking to the landscape which is passing by. So we cannot change the landscape, but we can enjoy it. And yeah, we don't judge it also. So the same is for the movement which is arising in our body while we do movement routine, movement practices. So yeah, why is it so important to use the movement in a practice, routine, in our routine? So we could also do other things, which is also true. And probably they are also useful and really good. There is a but, and what is really important about movement is that we as beings, we learn through doing. So the movement is part of the doing also. And when we move, we are getting, and we bring awareness to that movement that we are doing, we are becoming more aware of ourselves. And this means it opens our view and gives us a different point of view, different ways to look at things. And this, it helps and gives a more efficient way, and also sometimes easier way, to change our habits, our patterns, the ones that are not useful anymore, the ones that we want to change. Well, through movement and through a practice that we do during the week, for example, we are able to open a little bit our view, change perspective, and have more possibility of change and change our habits. Let's go now to the second word, which is practice. So what it is? If you look in the dictionary, the practice is something that you do regularly. So a regular activity, something that is repeated over time. And I would suggest also to say, that you repeat it over time, and that you give also some time to not to do it, so that the movement that you do, it's going into the body and can integrate. So for example, you do 10 minutes each day. So there is some activity that you repeat each day, and then you keep 1 or 2 days per week where you don't do that activity. And those 2 days, or this 1 day, is the moment where the movement is settling down, is finding its place in the body, or let's say the sensations that were arising in the body while you were doing this practice can find their place in the body, they can settle down, and on top of it, you can build then something more. You can go on building some more. And this is bringing us to the last word, which is routine. So routine, we know what it is something that is, because it's repeated and it's in our habit. So it's something habitual that we do. So the routine of getting up, for me, getting up, having a shower and eating my breakfast, it's my routine in the morning. For someone else can be a little bit different, or the routine of going to bed, brushing the teeth and getting prepared for the bed and reading a book and then falling asleep. Each of us has his or her own routine. So routine is something that we bring into our daily life, something that repeatedly it's present. And it's so important for us because we as human beings, we need routine to feel safe. routine, it's what makes something become a habit. And when we have a habit and we repeat it, we have it and it's part of us, we feel safe because we are repeating each time the same habit. And when it's becoming part of us, we say, yeah, it's nothing new. Okay, I know it. It's present. It's something that I already know. It's not something new that I have to understand how to deal with it. No, it's part of daily life. And so we feel really safe. So that's why it is so important. So we were going already through the 3 different words, which is movement, what it is, and why it is important, practice, what it is, and why it is important, and routine, what it is. Yeah, it already the name is, already the word is saying it, and why it is so important. Then there are other 3 little things to talk about it, which is the when, the where, and the who about the movement practice routine. So where should you do your practice routine? Well, where meaning you have to find your place, a place where you feel really comfortable to express yourself in movement and in sounds. Because movement doesn't only mean that we are moving and the rest is blocked, yeah? We are anyway in contact with our ears, we hear what is happening, we see also outside, we don't always have to be closed eyes, and we can also smell, because also that is an input for us. And if we need to, for example, exhale, like, and if we do it just like that is something, and if we instead use the voice, it's something else, it's really more relaxing, yeah? So, being free to express yourself in movement and in sounds. So you have to find a good place that is comfortable for you, where you are feeling safe to express yourself, safe and free. When to do it? When, depending on when it's better for you, yeah? When it's better for you. In the morning, as soon as you wake up, you get your 10 minutes just for you. It's a present that you make yourself. Or is it better lunchtime? Or is it better in the evening before going to bed? Or is it better short before dinner? So each of us has a favorite moment in the day where prefers to practice, and that is the moment where you should practice then. And you should really think when it's better, where it's better, so that it's easier to keep the practice going. Because if you choose a difficult moment in the day when to practice, then it will stop after 2 days, 3 days maximum, yeah? If I have to do it in the morning and I know that I have to wake up half an hour earlier than usual, something that I also did, for example, for a long time, just to practice, but I see now that it's a little bit difficult for me to do it like that. So I had to wake up half an hour earlier to practice, and then maybe my daughters are anyway getting up half an hour later or 1 hour earlier, and then they are there with me, and I cannot practice because that the little one is jumping on me and the big one wants attention and whatever it's happening. then it's not a good moment for me to practice, and I'm not feeling free to express myself because I have a little child on me, and I'm not feeling that I can really give myself this present to stay with myself and to feel my body. Yeah? It's also possible to feel my body because I really feel, for example, the pressure of the body of my daughter, but it's something else. So when and where it's important. And now we come to the who. And why am I talking about the who? Isn't it clear? Yeah, of course it's clear, but who? It's you. You have to practice. I mean, I have to practice, you have to practice, they have to practice. In the sense, you have to take commitment on practicing. No one else will do it for you. If you don't do it, then no one will do it for you. I mean, if your friend is practicing and you not, it's not that his or her practice will help you. I mean, somehow also, yeah, because we are in a relationship, if someone is changing, we are also getting the change, and we also get good things from it, for sure. But it's, let's say, it's slower and takes lots of time to get these good changes. I mean, if you want a good movement practice for yourself, you have to take the commitment to it. And so the first thing to do is, I am committed to doing this movement practice on those days for these many days per week at this time in this place, and to keep 1 or 2 days for integration. Okay? Or as some of my teachers say, I am a commitment to doing this practice, and so on and so on and so on. So really taking this commitment, or feeling really the commitment, but also really feeling it as if it's a moment that you give yourself as a present for yourself, to create some special connection, so that then the day or the day afterwards or the week afterwards, it's you get really some good feedback, some good insights, and that the things are changing for the best for you. So we talked about movement, practice, routine, and the what, the why, when, where, and who. And now I give you the last little thing, which I was calling the secret ingredient, which is not so secret actually, but it's really important, so that the movement routine, it's really efficient and really gives you results. And this other thing is intention. The intention that you put in the movement practice. Because of course we can just take a movement practice, doing it, and that's it. And for sure you get some results, and for sure you get some insights, and for sure it's not like not doing it. Yeah. Anyway, it's better than nothing. But if you put the intention, which could be, today I do this movement practice and I do it because, or I do it with this intention. The intention of today in this movement practice is to breathing without controlling it while I'm doing the movement practice. Or the intention for today is I want to feel the sensation of my body, or I want to welcome whatever emotions is arising, or whatever the intention is for you. Or I want just to do this movement practice and to do it from the beginning till the end and be present in each moment. Whatever, you can choose whatever intention you want, but say it at the beginning of the movement practice, because that is something that is staying and it's working while you are moving, while you're doing your movement practice. And it's somehow also something that is staying also in the days afterwards. You can, if you're doing your movement practice each day, you don't have to keep always the same intention. Yeah, you can really change intention each day that you do the movement practice, because as human beings, we have different needs. We are not always the same each day, not even hour after hour, I would say. So be not only free, but welcome the possibility for yourself to be in transformation and to have different needs depending on the moment that you look at yourself. And when you start the practice, give an intention. Okay, so for today, this was all. Let's see if there are some questions, but I would say not. One moment. Oopsala. Eccolo qua. One moment that I have a look if there are some questions here in no, and here in Zoom, no one. Okay. So for today, this was about movement practice routine and why it's important, what it is, and how, to do it. Someone is asking, I'm wondering what to practice. That's a good question. Yeah, at the beginning, when someone is starting, it's good to get some suggestions from someone else who already have some practice routine. So, for example, each Tuesday at 8:30, I'm guiding a new weekly movement practice, 8:30, always on Facebook. And if you want to practice on Zoom also, if you want to participate on Zoom, there is the link where you can book your spot and receive the link on Zoom. And in general, what to practice? There are different possibilities, really, but also, for example, practice to ask yourself, how are you? Like, I'm sitting and I ask myself, how am I? So I slow down a little bit the breath, and maybe I close my eyes, or maybe I keep them open, and I really feel, I have a little bit of tiredness, uncomfortable feeling in my back. Probably some muscles were a little bit contracted. Also feeling a little bit excited because of this Embodiment Cafè. I'm always happy to do it. And and also feeling relaxed because I know that I'm at the end of the working day and so on. So also this is one of the first practices that we can do, asking ourselves how we are. And actually you can do it also many times per day, or at least one time per day, at least. And if you want more possibility to practice, this is for all of you. Each Tuesday, 8:30 in the morning, there is the movement practice, and there is a new movement practice each week. You can see it on Facebook or on Zoom. And if you want the link on Zoom, go on my website, which is www.alessandracarelse.com. And if you look on work with me, you get to the page where you can choose the movement practice, and you get the link with Zoom. So that's it. We are just on time. So if there are no other questions, I would say that I thank you all for being present or for looking this Embodiment Café also recorded. You're welcome. And see you the next week on Monday for some other topics or some other chats or Q&A. And see you tomorrow, 8:30, for the new weekly movement practice.